am Asha Noronha. I am 25 years old. I am currently working as a content manager. I am bisexual and I was told na sakit lang to. This is my confession.
Hi. Feel free to speak your mind and express whatever it is in your heart. You are in a safe space. No one will judge you. I am here to listen.
Wait lang, sorry. Nagulat ako sa boses niya eh. Wait.
It's okay. It's okay. You may start wherever you are comfortable.
Okay, so siguro nung high school or elementary, parang I never had, nagkakaroon ako ng crush sa mga lalaki, pero I never had serious relationships with any of them. Tapos, pagdating ng college, I had a crush on a girl. Tapos, so I had a crush on a girl. Tapos, di ko maintindihan yung nararamdaman ko. Kasi, it wasn't the norm at the time. And alam ko na sa lahat ng mga relatives or pamilya ko, alam ko yung point of view nila sa ganong mga bagay. So, I didn't know what to do and di ko alam what to do with I was feeling then. So, hindi ko ma-actan yung feelings ko na yun, sumikrush ako sa girls, ano bang gagawin ko? Itutuloy ko ba yung crush ko sa kanya? Lalapit ba ako sa kanya? Or mali ba na may crush ako sa babae? Dapat ba crush ko lalaki? So, yun yung mga thoughts ko nung mga panahon na yun. And I didn't have parang an adult figure na I could run to. So, pero I have my friends. So, yung tinatakbuhan ko nung mga time na yun is yung mga kaibigan ko. And myself. And I was going to church and nagpe-pray ako sa Adoration Chapel. Parang to pray, parang to figure out yung kung ano nangyayari sa sarili ko kasi nga hindi ko malapitan yung pamilya ko. So, I felt like, technically I had friends, pero I felt like I had no one pa din. Kasi nga, yung mga pamilya ko, hindi ko malapitan.
You felt na they would not accept or understand what you have in your mind?
Hindi naman sa ginajudge ko sila, pero alam kong hindi nila tanggap yung ganun.
Mm-hmm.
So, ang ginawa ko is I kept it a secret from my family for hanggang graduate ako ng college. I kept it as a secret kasi para wala silang masabi or parang ma-hold back sa akin na since di pa ako graduate, baka sabihin nila, mag-aral ka muna, huwag ka munang maghanap-hanap na kung ano dyan, huwag kang magbababae, ganon. Ayoko ng ganon. So, I kept it a secret nung college hanggang sa graduate ako. Tsaka ko siya sinabi. Pero before ko siya, so during college talaga, parang binibuild up ko yung sarili ko and I was getting to know myself. And parang nag-research ako kung paano ko babackupan yung sarili ko kapag dumating yung time na ready na ako na sabihin siya sa pamilya ko. So, parang nagre-research ako kung ano yung mga views ng Bible and ng church sa same-sex relationships. Tapos, parang naghahanap ako ng RRL para kapag dumating yung time na ready na ako kausapin yung pamilya ko, meron akong way na i-backup yung sarili ko na hindi nila ako mapipigilan kahit anong mangyari. Tsaka gusto ko din, pag dumating kasi yung point na yun, yung hindi nila ako mapipigilan pa. Kasi parang, so sinabi ko nga sa kanila, graduate na ako. So, as in, pagka-graduate, hello.
Yeah.
Ito na po ako. Pagka-graduate, ganun agad.
Yeah.
Parang, gusto ko din kasi yung freedom. Syempre, gusto ko din. So, I had partners during those time na hindi pa alam ng pamilya ko. My friends knew about me. So, I opened up to my friends. I opened up to classmates, to colleagues, but never with my family. So, I had them.
Yeah.
And they met yung mga ex ko. So, yun. Kasi it was a struggle of me getting to know myself, my faith in myself, and yung faith ko din sa church. Kasi inisip ko na parang, bakit ganito yung nararamdaman ko? And, bakit parang, I didn't feel talaga na I could say it to my family.
So in the process of identifying yourself, your identity, and clarifying sa sarili mo kung sino ka ba talaga, ang sabi mo, nag-research ka, no?
Opo.
And then you turn to your friends. And
Yes.
practically no one was there from the family and not your parents or some members. So practically you did it on your own with the help of technology and friends, no?
Yes.
At after that, period of research, doon ka nagkaroon ng clarity and realization na ito nga ako. Kasi parang you seem convinced already, no? Na after your research, yun yung tanong ko din, ano? Parang how do you research about it ba talaga?
How do I research?
How do you ascertain for yourself na ito nga ako, ito yun. No? What I'm trying to say is, yung process na dinaanan mo ng, first of all, clarifying and being convinced about it. No? Kasi magkaibang bagay yun, di ba? Yung you understand and then you are convinced that it's what is real. No? Kaya, ganun ba yan? Ganun ba? Or marami ka pa rin talagang dinaanan bago ka nagsabi sa sarili mo na, ito nga ako. And this is what I will reveal to my family.
Marami po akong pinagdaanan. Kasi nga, I felt like I was facing it alone. So, yung feeling na alam ko yung nararamdaman ko and alam ko, mahal ko yung tao na to, regardless of the gender. Pero alam ko na kapag sinabi ko siya sa pamilya ko, hindi sila boto. So, nagko-conflict yung feelings ko na masaya ako, pero bakit hindi sila masaya para sa akin? So, it was parang one step forward, two steps back. Kasi every time nagsi-step forward ako, naaalala ko yung pamilya ko. So, atras na naman ako.
But you also value the thoughts and what they would tell you, and what they would say to you about it. Parang you think mahalaga pa rin sa'yo kung ano sasabihin niya? I mean, your family.
Family is important.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to the point na I told them who I really was, or nung sinabi ko na sa kanila, pagka-graduate ko, ang sinabi nila sa akin is, kanino ba ako nahawa? Or, sakit lang ba to? Kasi, I was in a Catholic school, I was studying in a Catholic school, pero, ang tingin nga nila is, bakit hindi lalaki yung nagugustuhan ko? So, yun yung pinaka-tumatak sa akin sa lahat nung pinag-usapan namin na parang, na sakit, anong sakit ba meron ka? Or kanino ka ba nahawa? Kasi baka daw yung mga kaibigan ko, lesbian, ganun, baka daw nahawa ko sa mga kaibigan ko. Pero syempre, kasi bago ko sinabi sa kanila, wait lang. Bago ko kasi sinabi sa
it's okay,
pamilya
it's okay. You're okay. You're okay.
Bago ko sinabi sa pamilya ko, syempre, kailangan ko i-figure out sa sarili ko and buuin yung sarili ko para kahit anong sabihin nila. It wouldn't let me down. Or hindi dapat magmamatter sa akin kung anong sasabihin nila. Of course, I was expecting na sana man lang kahit they were close-minded, they would accept it kahit paano or slowly. Kasi anak naman nila ako. Or blood relative ako. But sa situation na yun, it wasn't like that.
Yeah. So practically there was no one there in those times na you were confused, you were searching, you were trying to discover and see for yourself who you really are. So wala talaga. No one was there. Except your friends and the internet.
Yes po.
Yeah. And you how do you feel about those words na yung label nila na parang nahawa ka lang or kanino ka ba nahawa ng sakit na ganyan? Ano yung impact sa'yo nun? Nung phrase na nahawa ka ng sakit na yan, kanino ka ba nahawa?
Sobrang bigat po. Sobrang sakit na sa kanila pa manggagaling yun. Na I wanted to feel accepted and loved by them. And they didn't give that to me or they didn't even parang di man lang nila binigyan ng chance na pag-isipan man lang muna or
How did you process it? Parang, syempre, we can't dwell on the experience, no matter how traumatic it is for us. Pero, how did you process it and try to move forward from it? Or if at all, you're able to move forward?
Inunti-unti ko po kasi yun nga, nasaktan ako and it was a very vulnerable moment for me. Tapos, hindi sila masaya about it. So, nag-focus ulit ako sa sarili ko. Kasi nga, it was all I had. So, hindi naging effective yung pag-research ko, hindi effective na sinabi ko parang sinabi ko sa kanila na magbasa kayo about it. Hindi siya nakakahawa, hindi siya sakit. It's who I am as a person or it's what I feel. Hindi siya naging effective. So, I had to depend on myself na parang I had to focus on my energy on things that I can control So, hindi ko makontrol kung ano yung nararamdaman at naiisip nila. And wala na akong control sa kung gusto ba nila alamin yung mga explanation or kasi there are a lot of marami ng mga pwedeng i-research, maraming pwede basahin, maraming pwede panoorin para maintindihan nila yung sitwasyon ko. But they chose not to watch or to do any of those. So, hindi ko na po yung control. Na-realize ko na hindi ko na yung control. And nauubos lang ako. Every time I try to please the people who doesn't accept me. So, dumating na lang po ako sa point na bahala na kung anong isipin nila sa akin. Bahala na kung isipin nila sayang ako. Bahala na kung isipin nila sayang na hindi ako pwedeng magkapamilya. Kasi ako sa sarili ko, alam ko namang walang nasasayang. And alam ko na wala akong natatapakan na tao. And alam ko na masaya ako. Alam ko na masaya ako sa partner ko and masaya kami. So, kahit hindi sila masaya para sa akin, problema na nila yun.
But the other side of the coin, so siguro, is there also a chance na you might want to see their point as well? Parang well, of course, they don't agree with you, no? Obviously, yung sinasabi. Pero is there also a portion in your heart, for example, na they also have a point, and I understand where they are coming from. Are you able also to say that to yourself na baka yung family ko meron ding point, or they also need to be considered? May ganun ka din ba? Or is it really na bahala kayo kung ayaw nyo makinig, ayaw nyo mag-research, ako na ito. Ganun ba yung nakarating na ka na ba sa ganun na you're able to consider also that, they may also have some things that can be considered, that you should consider as well. Meron ka bang ganong sa process?
Siyempre po kasi nga, pamilya ko sila, influence ako sa kanila. Hanggang sa kinaya ko, I gave them a chance. Kaso, habang tumatagal po, parang walang nangyayari. Or, kasi sabihin natin, sinabi ko po sa kanila yun, to graduate ako. So, ilang years na yun from now. And, hanggang ngayon, hindi po kasi sila ma-communicate. Hindi sila good with talking to me. Hindi sila marunong makipag-usap or mag-open up. Pero, syempre, kinukonsider ko naman po yung mga iniisip nila at nararamdaman nila. Kaso nung habang tumatagal na pagod na din ako kasi habang tumatagal, walang nangyayari, walang character development, parang hindi, pinapakita nila sa akin na, kunwari, pag sinasama ko po yung partner ko, tapos kasama ko sila, or kapag yung mga relatives ko, tinatanong, may boyfriend ka na ba? Gusto ko silang sagutin na wala po akong boyfriend kasi may girlfriend ako. Pero may humaharang sa akin lagi na, wala siyang boyfriend. Inuunahan nila ako. So, parang yun na po kasi yung chance na sabihin nila na wala siyang boyfriend kasi may girlfriend siya. Pero inuunahan nila ako sabihin na parang sila na yung mismo naghaharang. So, dun po ko parang tinanggap ko na lang na okay, ang tagal na pala, ilang years na, hindi pa rin pala nila ako tanggap.
Yeah. Siguro magandang tingnan din, from another perspective na may Di ba, may kanya-kanya tayo ng pananaw sa buhay. Meron din tayo mga paniniwala, paninindigan. Pero hindi ibig sabihin noon na wala na tayong pwedeng pagsimulan, no? Parang there's no common ground that we can connect with, no? So ano yung nakikita mong common ground between you and your family and others who are not similarly situated or similar-minded like you? Ano nakikita mong parang bridge that can connect you to them and them to you?
Paano po pag wala akong nakikitang bridge?
Yeah.
Kasi nga, yung bridge, I connect with them pa rin naman, and I still talk to them. Pero,
so may communication.
There is communication, pero when it comes to talking about the relationship, parang, laging no comment or na-change ko yung topic.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think yun lang talaga, parang may lamat lang yung relasyon ko with them, with my family. Pero, in terms of my connection with them, medyo okay naman po. Pero yun lang, syempre, medyo mahirap din sa akin na kinakausap ko sila na parang masaya kami. Pero, at the back of their minds, na parang gusto pa rin nila na lalaki yung makasama ko.
Yeah. Sa ano kasi 'di ba sa research, kasi mahilig ka sa research. Mahilig din ako sa research, no. Our research can only be sabihin nating rigorous or strong sa findings niya kapag ka meron siyang chance for falsifiability ang tawag nila noon, 'di ba? Yung parang I could be proven wrong. Parang I should also be open to the possibility that I could be wrong in my hypothesis, or I could be wrong in my findings, and it could be the other way around. So, yeah, exactly my point is, are you open to being proven na baka tama sila at ako hindi? Now, I'm not saying that you're wrong, no? Ang ano ko lang, maybe, do you still have that openness in you na, no? Baka may point sila nun na pwede ko din pakinggan. What do you think about it? Of course, you don't have to answer.
If yung point po nila is hindi ako makakabuo ng pamilya or masasayang lang ako, I don't see the point. Kasi it's just not the norm, pero there is nothing, I don't see nothing wrong with my gender now, and with, I don't see nothing wrong with who I choose to love. Kasi nga, sayang, wala namang sayang dun. Kasi hindi naman porket babae yung karelasyon ko, ibig sabihin nun, papabayaan ko na yung trabaho ko. Hindi naman ibig sabihin nun, papabayaan ko na yung pamilya ko. Hindi naman ibig sabihin din nun, napapabayaan ko yung sarili ko. So, para sa akin, basta wala akong tinatapakan na tao, wala pong mali.
Siguro in closing, ako, kasi I'm a hopeless romantic in terms of family, no? Na kahit na anong hirap or masira yung relationship, we can still be sure that we are family, no? And what binds us together, it's not just blood, but it's really more of of the love, and affection and acceptance that you receive, and that's mutual, no? From one another. If, for example, your family cannot, love you the way you expected them to do it for you, is there a possibility na you be the first to love, no? Or parang you'll be the first one to understand them, no? If you feel and you think that they are not able to understand you. Pwede kaya yung ganun na kung hindi okay sa inyo, but I won't stop loving you, or I won't stop communicating with you, and until one day we all understand each other. Do you still have that, that dream na you won't stop loving them and stop being family?
Feeling ko naman po, yun talaga yung dream. And ngayon naman po, I can say na mahal ko sila.
Mm-hmm.
Pero, nandun pa din yung, if they don't accept me, I love them, but there always will be a but.
Mm-hmm.
Parang hindi nila ako matanggap for who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So, dun kami hindi nagkakatugma.
Yeah.
Pero, I love them.
Yeah. Yeah. And there are really instances in our life, di ba, na si Cardinal Chito, meron siya sinabi about it. Parang one time he said, in life, there are many dilemmas, not exactly problems. So there are aspects of our life that should not be considered as problematic, but instead they are dilemmas or mysteries that we need to just accept and live by, no matter how difficult how difficult it is to understand it. So parang ganun na nakikita ko sa situation mo ngayon. Parang, is it really a problem to be solved? Is it really a contagious disease that needs to be contained? Or is it a dilemma that we don't have an easy answer, but we just really need to navigate it in love and in patience and kindness and acceptance. So maybe that's what I would like to tell you also. No? Maybe it's not really a problem that we need to solve, but it's really a dilemma that we have to accept and learn to live with. No? And maybe not just today, but for the rest of our lives. Does that make sense?
Yes, po.
Yeah. And what do you think about about what we have talked about today? And your final words, for example, what would you like to say in closing?
Siguro, I just want to say na wala akong sakit. And hindi nakakahawa ang gender and sexual attraction ng isang tao. And it will always be your choice kung sino yung gusto mo i-surround yung sarili mo. You choose who you surround yourself with. And whenever I feel alone or whenever anyone feels alone, there will always be someone listening to you. And
yeah, that's really nice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
We stand up to meet each other.
Ayoko siya. Ayoko nga.
Thank you.
Hello
Thank you,
po.
Asha and
Hi.
Father Jason.
Hello
And
po.
yeah.
So sorry.
Thank you.
Iyakin
Yeah.
kasi yun.
Iyakin ka ba? But yeah. Thank you.
Iyakin ko talaga.
No. Thank you.
Thank you po.
It was a heavy conversation with Asha. very interesting conversation because she's really so real about her experience and so honest and forthright. And tingin ko talaga sa buhay, pag naghahanap tayo ng sarili, we really need accompaniment. We really need people to guide us along the way. And if there is none, there will be a vacuum, and people, especially young people, they will find out for themselves. No? So si Asha, among her friends, in the internet, she had to research. And I think that's important also. You know, people trying to discover themselves by self-help means. No? But I think yung kulang doon na nakita ko ay accompaniment, no? Journeying with people like her, with children and young people like her in the family. Maybe an adult who could guide her or not, and it's also not helping if people would receive such labels and harsh words from family members or even from outside. Kaya sa akin mahalaga yung accompaniment. We need to accompany people and an openness, also to dialogue all the time, to understand where each one is coming from. And the truth kasi nowadays is hard to it's hard to communicate the truth about and meaning of our human identity, our sexuality for that matter. So if we are to look for the truth or search for the truth, we really need to guide. We need the guidance also of the Holy Spirit. We need the guidance of the church. We need the guidance of adults, etc. So yeah, it's a difficult issue, but it helps a lot if there's someone beside you trying to journey with you as you navigate this in your life. And with Asha, she's a very nice young lady, and she's really very honest about her feelings and even realizations about herself. But there are just too many factors that in a way shape us. It's not just about Asha, but about every one of us. There are just too many variables at play or factors that are at play in shaping and forming who we are. Yung pagkatao natin, hindi na siya simpleng na ako ito, ikaw ganyan, ganito tayo. Hindi na eh. Napakarami ng mga elemento at aspeto ng modern life na nagpapatong-patong sapin-sapin, at komplikado na masyado. But at the end of it all, we can arrive at the truth. There is a possibility that we will come to the truth of ourselves. Not just my version or your version of the truth, but again, we go back to the truth himself. Truth is not a statement. Truth is a person, and his name is Jesus. And I would always go back to Jesus in order for us to be helped in understanding ourselves. There's no one who knows us better than our Creator himself, than Jesus himself, who knows us inside and out. And this is always my, not just advice, but my counsel to everyone. If we are looking for ourselves, if we are looking for self-identity and the truth and meaning of our lives, we go back to Jesus. We go back to the Lord, because the Lord will reveal us to ourselves, and He knows us best. And that is our confession.